Moin, I'm Catherine, and today I'm in bed with It's So Embarrassing. I don't even want to say the month because I haven't been filming these in a long time. Let's just say maybe I have read those books in February and March. Don't tell anyone. First of all, though, we have a crowdfunding going right now because all of our equipment got stolen and we are not sure how to go on with the channel. So please check out the link downstairs in the description, in the corner, donate whatever you can. And there's also perks now. You can have a reward. And one of those rewards is you can have me review a book for you. You tell me which book to read, please no horror stories. Please make it a novel. And then I will make a single video, just a book review, just for you. So one of the books I finished in February is Sourdough by Sloan, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Maybe I was just expecting too much because I loved Mr. Penumbra's 24-hour bookstore so much, and it wasn't the same for me, but I still liked it okay. I don't even know that much about it anymore. It's about this woman who's not happy with her job and who gets a sourdough starter and then starts making bread, and what happens after that. I would recommend this book to people who like stories about self-development, but not in an esoteric way, in a fun way, who like good bread, and who like stories about friendship. The next book I finished in is 4321 by Paul Auster. I totally liked it. I gave it, let me see, 4 out of 5 stars. Totally prepared. And for me, in between, I wasn't sure if I was buying into a specific sort of the narrative, because the story is basically the life story of this guy told in 4 different versions. So make this decision, this happens, make this decision, this happens. And at some point I was wondering if it made that much sense. So if you feel the same way and you're not sure if you want to finish the novel, do finish the novel because it makes total sense in the end. After coming very late to the Mark-Uwe Kling party and reading Quality Land in January, check out the January wrap-up. The what? January what? What time is it now? Okay. I've read the Känguru-Chroniken. I'm not sure if it's translated into English. Maybe it's not. If it's not, learn German. It's a good opportunity to learn German. German is a good language. I mean, not everything is great here, but German is a good language. We've got good poets. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth because you can read this. I hadn't read it in a very long time because everybody was raving about it, telling me how super funny it is. I feel fed up if people tell me that things are brilliant all the time, but it's actually brilliant. It's very funny. I love the politics. It's very anti-capitalistic, which I like. Right? And I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Then I finished Die Königin der Würstchen, which is literally translated the Queens of the Sausage, but the English title is Piglets. I don't even know what the French, I'm not even trying to pronounce the French title, by Clementine. Beauvais? I don't know. And the title is explained because this is about 3 girls, and at their school they have this prize going around. You voted to be the sausage of the year for the most ugly girls. And the 3 winners of this fabulous prize get together, they become friends, and they go on a journey because they want to make some things right in each other's lives, which is super nice. And they try to earn the money for the trip by selling sausages, which I've decided that it's vegan. It's vegan. I mean, they do have vegetarian sausages with them, but I, for myself, just decided it's all vegan. It's all vegan. It's all good. It's all good. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars because I think the author does the whole self-image, girls getting together and becoming strong thing very nicely. So we're in March now, and the first one I finished listening to in March is Eleanor, Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. And going into it, I was a little bit afraid that she was trying too hard to make it quirky and nerdy and awkward, but I totally got into it. I liked it a lot. I gave it 4 or 5 stars, and I just can highly recommend to read it. Speaking about Marc-Uwe Kling, there's 3 of those, so I also listened to, I think it's actually read by the author, to the second part of the Känguru-Chronicles, which I also totally liked, totally hilarious, totally recommendable, 4 out of 5 stars. And then for some reason I ended up with the Rainwild Chronicles by Hobb, which I liked so and so, some more, some less. I think that part is 4 novels, and it turns out that in the universe of the Rainwild Chronicles, there's like, I think 14, 16, 20 books, and I'm a sucker for series. Like, you know, if I know that there's a lot out there and I already listened to 4 of them, I feel like I have to go on, which I did, and those are like, some of them are like 20 to 30 hours long listens, and it was not always worth it, honestly. But some of them I liked quite okay, so if you're into grown-up fantasy novels, they're okay. After having Stefan Ort over for an interview last year at Summer's Tale Festival, who wrote 2 books about his couch travels in certain countries, I also got sent this book because it's called Your Home is My Castle by Jessica Braun and Christoph Koch, and it's about those 2 swapping houses. And I didn't even know that existed. There are like several platforms on the internet where you can subscribe, and then you can try to find people who will swap houses with you for a certain amount of time. Mostly it's like a longer amount of time. You probably don't do it for a week. Like they mostly did it for, I think, between 2 and 4 weeks or something like that. And I think that is super interesting. I would love to do that sometime. So they just describe their experiences. They describe some of the places they've been to. They give you tips on how to prepare your home, what you should be aware of, how it feels like to go into someone else's home and live there for a while and like sort of feel, you know, slipping into their lives, which can be weird, but then you get used to it. And yeah, I liked it. It's super interesting. Yeah, those were the books that I liked. I didn't even usually I tell you how many I've actually read and like how many of those made it into the wrap-up. Let me see. So February I've read and listened to 7, and March I've read and listened to 10 books. And the ones I just told you about are the ones that I feel they're worth telling about. Yeah, that's it for this wrap-up. Don't forget, please check out the crowdfund link. Donate if you can. If not, spread the word, share our videos, and always, always support your local book dealer. Hi, I'm in bed with Wakey. Today, as we just talked about you at the Reeperbahn Festival, today we are talking about a book.
I love that.
It's Ready Player One by Ernest Cline.